I'm Andrew Moran, Liberty Nation's economics editor.
Very, very rocky.
Death by government.
Drain the swamp.
Hello and welcome to another installment of Liberty Nation's Swamponomics videocast. I'm Andrew Moran, Liberty Nation's economics editor. This week, does the collapse in the U.S. money supply confirm a recession? According to the latest figures from the St. Louis Federal Reserve Bank's economic data, the U.S. Central Bank's M2 money supply growth fell 1.31% year over year in December. This is down from the 0.02% increase in November. The Eccles Building started sharing this data to the public in January 1960. Since then, the official M2 rate never slipped into negative territory. The closest was in March 1993, when the rate of money supply growth was 0.23%. The Mises Institute's Rothbard-Salerno money supply measurement, which is considered a more accurate depiction of money supply growth because it includes treasury deposits, was developed by economists Murray Rothbard and Joseph Salerno. It tumbled 0.01% in November and 1.3% in December. So why does this matter? Well, for a few reasons. The first is a more economics discussion. When you expand the quantity of money, you are essentially eradicating the purchasing power of the money that is currently in supply. As a result, when more units of currency are flooding the system, more dollars are required to purchase the same amount of goods. The second component is that inflation manufactures an artificial boom, much like what we witnessed in the aftermath of the coronavirus pandemic. This results in waste, malinvestment, and, if you wish, delusions of grandeur. Therefore, when the printing press stops creating new Federal Reserve notes, the crash appears. Finally, as legendary economist Ludwig von Mises noted, intervention begets intervention. When the recession or depression occurs, the government intervenes with even more inflation that will then increase the size and scope of the state. So, how does it relate to today's economic landscape? If you assess a number of economic factors, you see a correlation with the shrinking money supply, suggesting that everything is screaming recession. So first, the 2- and 10-year yields have inverted for the last several months, and the Fed's preferred 3- and 10-year yields have inverted for the last couple of months. The Purchasing Managers Index, or PMI, readings have been negative for the last few months. The Conference Board's leading economic index, or LEI, which is a strong recession indicator, has also declined for 10 consecutive months. At this time, the only positive component of the national economy is the labor market. But, of course, as Liberty Nation has reported at great length over the last several months, these data points are highly suspect. At the same time, Mises Institute's economist and editor Ryan McMakin recently wrote, quote, "It should be emphasized that it is not necessary for money supply growth to turn negative in order to trigger recessions, defaults, and other economic disruptions. With recent decades marked by the Greenspan put, financial repression, and other forms of easy money, the Federal Reserve has inflated a number of bubbles, and zombie enterprises that now rely on near constant infusions of new money to stay afloat." Considering that Jerome Powell created the post-pandemic everything bubble, the marketplace is desperate for fresh injections of easy money. Based on how the Nasdaq Composite Index has rallied more than 6% so far this year, it is safe to say that the market junkies are begging for some good old Powellflation to stay alive. As the memes go, the best we can do are quarter-point rate hikes at the moment. That's it for me this week. Please read my full Swamponomics column on the pages of LibertyNation.com, where I discuss the fourth quarter GDP report, the monster January jobs numbers, and orange juice prices. Thank you.
Entertaining, informative, and just plain fun. Watch Liberty Nation's The Conservative 5. Produced by conservatives for conservatives. C5's The Left Free Zone. Hosted by Liberty Nation's Lisa K. Donner. Joined by a raucous, irreverent panel of authors. Deconstructing leftist narratives. Debating the hot topics. And remembering to laugh. Join the official conservative safe
You only
space.
did that to piss Jeff off.
Liberty Nation's The Conservative 5.
I'm Andrew Moran, Liberty Nation's economics editor.
Very, very rocky.
Death by government.